Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Talks a Lot Boys. I, as always, am your wonderful host, Tyler. And today, I'm once again joined by the boys. We got Brennan.
What's going on, folks?
And we got everybody's controversial opinion holder, Kyle Steinley.
That's right, baby. What's up, everybody? It's time.
Controversial as hell, bro.
And today, we're probably going to have lots of controversial opinions because today we're doing the song ranking for the next DGD album in reverse chronological order, which is Instant Gratification, which is me and Brennan's favorite. And I'm scared, guys. I don't even know how this is gonna go. I re-listened to it today. All the songs are just too good. I don't know.
Truth. You're speaking truth. I've been hit with a truth bomb and I'm dead. It's truth. And I can't handle it.
I obviously have a lot of attachment to this album, but even upon re-listening to it today, I liked it even more than I remember liking it. And I've listened to this album 500,000 times in my life. And it's just, now that it's fresh in my system again, it's gonna be horrible. I don't know if I want to do this.
Oh.
Well, I tell you what, Tyler, you're gonna have to, because it's time. We're in it. We're here. Yes. We're recording. The people are listening. Make sure you have your pants on.
Or take them off. It's pretty hot. My pants are actually off for this recording. I'm basically just sitting here in my underwear right now.
This is an awesome
paint you a mental picture. I can't have my fan on because of the audio cleanliness. So it's about 800,000 degrees in my office right now.
So now we are the Sweats a Lot boys, and you're gonna have to deal with it.
Change the logo. I'm not gonna take the time.
Yeah, we're not.
That's a lot of time.
So for those of you who have not listened to any of the videos in this series so far, all we're going to do is just place the songs on this album in the order of goodness that we deem appropriate. We're gonna try to get it starting with the worst one up to the best one. And I'm gonna put out my blanket statement right now so I don't forget. Every single fucking song on this album is an absolute banger, and none of them are bad. So, when we have to rank things over other things, in my eyes, they're all beautiful, and I love them all equally.
I am brimming right now. My smile is ear to ear, and I'm so excited to talk about these songs.
Well, prepare to turn that smile into a big heckin' frown when we inevitably get into an argument about the validity of some of these songs.
Yep, probably.
That's probably what I'm looking least forward to.
So let's get into it. I'm gonna list off the songs in the order that they appear on the album before we get started. So, first up, we have the most overplayed song in the history of DGD, We Own the Night, which is also my favorite song because I'm a basic bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Next up, we got Stroke God Millionaire, which is just another incredible banger, followed by Something New, followed by On the Run, followed by Shark Dad, which is that named after the Cyanide and Happiness video?
I want to say so, but...
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be so cool if it was.
Next we got Awkward. Then we got The Cuddler. Then we got Legend. Then we got Eagle vs. Crows. Then we got Death of a Strawberry, Variation, and Lost. And that's the whole album, folks.
Holy cow.
12 songs.
Now, we're going to have to jump right into it, trying to pick one of these that is worse than all the other ones. I have an idea of two that I think could take the bottom two spots.
Tyler,
but I want to hear y'all's opinions first.
I was going to say, Tyler, you better pick these next words very carefully. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, let me reiterate.
We're on the same wavelength, for all I know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm scared to say that any of these songs are worse than any of the other ones, but I think in an objective mindset, two of them stood out to me more than any of the other ones upon my re-listen to the album today. So that's what I got. Did any of the songs jump out to you folks as to what you think might be in the bottom spots?
I just don't want to say anything.
Am I gonna have?
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to fucking
All
bear
right.
this cross. Okay.
Well, no, I might. I got something.
Okay. Well, what is your pitch for the bottom?
Honestly, and this pains me to say this, but I think the last 2 songs on the album are probably the weakest of the bunch. Variation and Lost.
I was gonna say Variation and Legend.
Wow.
See, yeah, oh man, that's so tough.
Damn.
See, well, Kyle, where are you coming from?
I don't. Wow, that hurts. I
Are we just on a completely different wavelength than you again?
no, and it's not even that like I'm disagreeing, but like I don't even. I can kind of agree with Variation. I think,
And Variation
more than the other 2 for sure.
Now, Variation. So I guess we're all in agreement that should be the number 12.
I guess so. Yeah.
I guess.
And it's a shame because like the song's like so much different than all the other ones.
Mhm.
And like the instrumentals, like this band, obviously we know them for their instrumentals. Like Will Swan is incredible. But like the song, like in the background, like just like when like John Mess takes over, like after like Tillian like kind of like, you know, starts off, like it's just in the background, like I'm just hearing just madness going on, and I'm like, dude, this is so. And then like the chorus, like it's just so like everything's just so like layered.
Right.
Like this band's literally, it's like I said before, it's an onion. There's just layers and layers and layers of shit.
Right.
But like it's crazy because a song that's written like that, like on most other albums, like not even DGD albums, like most other albums, like period, it'd be like, wow, that's like the best song on the record.
Right.
But but it's like, you know, like there's so many other memorable bangers on this list that
Right.
I have to put it towards the bottom.
Yeah. And that's the thing, like upon re-listening to this album, obviously I already knew it was great, but like the recurring theme I kept picking up on in every song was just fucking layers, man. Like I can't
Same.
I don't know how many times I wrote the word layered in my notes, but it was a lot. It was like at least every song, once every song. Like every song on this album is just so like masterfully crafted and just like layered to the brim with so much stuff, and it's just so good. And I hate having to put anything in the bottom spot, but you're right. Like I think, you know, the song is called Variation, but it really doesn't have much variation compared to some of the other songs of this album, wouldn't you say? I'm gonna delete the channel now.
Tyler, shut up.
I agreed, but I didn't want to say anything because it hurt.
Oh man, so we might as well just stop.
This is the end of the Talk Slot, boys. We sweat too much.
We passed our peak. Now we're just gonna shut down.
Yeah. I don't know. The only thing that really, it's tough because like I didn't really know where we were going to start with this list, and the couple that you guys have already said I have some strong feelings on, but this one definitely like the least of them, because the thing that always stands out to me about this song, and the thing I always remember about it, is the like the chorus bit.
Yeah.
And every time that I listen to it, I hear the beginning of it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is the beginning to Variation. And like, not that it's bad, it's just that like that chorus is just really dope, and that's the thing. I'm like, oh, that's Variation. And every other song though on this album, I feel like I remember for almost the entirety of it, if not the whole thing.
Yeah.
So
I feel the exact same way, honestly. Like definitely the thing that jumps out to me the most about that song is the chorus.
Mm-hmm.
And
See, I really like after the first chorus, like they really take like a lot. Like some of their songs have like a soft reset.
Mhm.
Like, you know what I mean? Where like they'll have like the beginning and then like a chorus and then like it's like kind of like the beginning all over again. Well, like this song has it, kind of like as soon as like the first chorus is over and then like there's like a drum fill and then boom, like you're right back to where you start.
Yeah.
From that part to the next chorus is just incredible to me. Like especially like whenever like it kind of picks up a little bit and like Tillian's still singing. And you just hear, like, Will Swan just fucking shredding. And it's like, dude, like, this is so, like... it's just insane. Because, like, to me, like, it's the weakest song on the album. But, like, even, like, the work that goes into it is just incredible.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, the chorus is, like, what you come for. Like, like him singing and then like John Mess like screaming on top of him, and then even like the little breakdown, like it's a nice little like toss in, but like
oh yeah, the breakdown is like really sick, honestly.
Yeah, it honestly, it's like it does its best to save the song.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, because it does like spice it up a little bit.
Yeah.
And again, like if this was like on any other like normal band's album, like it would definitely stand out more. It's just like it's buried in just so many other bangers that somehow just put this shit to shame.
Yeah.
It's like mind blowing.
Yeah, and it's interesting too because like this is definitely this is actually the song I have like the least notes for of all the songs, because I listened to it and like leading up to the chorus, I really didn't write anything. The chorus happened, I was like, that chorus is pretty tasty. And then the build up, like you were saying, after that drum fill like builds up again to the ending, is I was like, that's like some solid like instrumentals going on the build up, and that was like all I wrote about it. Whereas like everything else I have just like you said, layers and layers of things that are like happening that I'm like so invested in, that I'm like, this song is awesome and I really appreciate what it does. Objectively, it's super solid. But like on an album of songs that just go that extra mile, this one is just really great. And unfortunately, in this atmosphere, this album, you can't just be great to make it to the top of the list, honestly.
Right.
Tough to say.
But you have to contend with like the number one DGD song of all time. I mean,
yeah, you got a lot to fight for here, and being pretty tasty is not tasty enough.
And I will say to transition, I actually had one song that I had less notes on for than Variation, and that was Legend, which is why I think Legend should take the number 11 spot.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Legend should be 12 and Variation should be 11.
I'm actually okay with that, because
I don't agree.
Because here's the thing, like, and I was willing to make this argument from the start, but you all were going for Variation, so I just let it happen. But now that I have my chance to make the argument, I will. So like Legend is good. It's a very nice like change of pace. If you're listening to the album in like a full listen through, you know, because it's kind of like the DGD power ballad of the album, if you will.
Yeah.
It just kind of like gives you a chance to slow down a bit after listening to like a million bangers in a row. And like it's super well executed and it's super good, but like what does it offer that would put it above any other song on the album? Like I literally can't think of a single thing. Even Variation, I mean, I think Variation has like the super good chorus that you keep coming back for, and like the really tight breakdown toward the end. Like Legend doesn't even have that. So like it's good, but I can't justify putting it above anything, in my opinion.
Kyle.
So I actually have a lot of notes on Legend. Yeah, this was one of the ones where like I guess first of all, this album suffers from a similar situation that Mothership does for me, where I come back to it for like some select songs and I listen to them a lot, and I always listen to those songs, and I very rarely listen to the entirety of the album. Legend is one of those songs that I didn't come back to very often at all, but like re-listening to it recently, I'm like way more impressed with it than I ever like was to begin with. I think that you're right, it is like the power ballad of this album, and it's definitely a different pace. I do think that this song offers a lot more than I had originally thought it did. It obviously has that stripped down bit. It has like a little bit of like an ominous tone with like that like switch into minor key and that main guitar riff that happens, which like adds like this like, oh, what's happening here? And then like it builds up to the chorus. The chorus is really nice and like very like power ballad, like we said. But what I really like is that it comes back down and it builds up again to that second chorus, and the instrumentals go double time. And in a song where it's very much like singing about like, you know, I am Legend, I'm strong and all of this, it's like almost like a journey from being like unsure if you really are strong and you really are Legend into this second chorus where like the instrumentals are just going so ham, it's so confident, I am Legend. And like I was like, damn, this is beautiful. Like I never gave this song enough credit. I think that I really I don't know. I really like the song. I figured that we were gonna say it was near the bottom because it definitely is very off from most songs that DGD does. But I don't know. I really like it. I didn't think it was gonna be bottom. I think it has a lot to offer, and I think it's different, but also has such a complex little story that it tells, even if it's not exactly what DGD does all the time.
I mean, dude, I think that's a very compelling argument for sure. Like, you're kind of swaying me a bit.
I was thinking, like, whatever you said they do in the double time, I was thinking, like, whenever the second chorus starts and it's like the drummers, like the double bass is going on, and like you said, everything literally is like twice the speed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, like he is right. Because like you said, like the first chorus, it's like slow, like he's like questioning himself, and then like the second chorus, it's like bam, like I'm on top of it already.
Yeah, and like I never really thought about it that way, so that is actually like a very compelling argument to keep.
And then like the bridge, like right after the chorus,
yeah,
like where like John Mess like takes over.
Yeah,
like, that is pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think this song really does. I mean, like we say it a lot, takes you on a journey, and I think that like if you look at the lyrics of this song and like what that story is, it's telling of like gaining confidence, like feeling that I am legend, I am strong, and all that. I think it does really like instrumentally show that in a way that like really fits together with the lyrics.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this then. Would you want to put it second to last, or is there anything you would want to put below it instead?
I do think that I would say the variation would probably be the bottom one. And like I said, it's pretty hard though, because like, it's still a really great song. If we're going to talk about songs that aren't super DGD-ish, I think that we need to talk about Eagle versus Crows.
No, shut the fuck up. Eagle versus Crows is not going in the bottom half of the list. You shut your mouth. I will fight you to the death on this.
All right, hear me out for a sec, okay? Because like
I'll let you talk for a little bit.
I love this song, dude. But like I don't know what to talk about next. Like what else should go into the bottom? But if we're talking about songs that aren't super like DGD and not in that shtick, it is very different. I really love like the electronic-y vibe it has. Hands down, I think the best Will Swan verse ever. I love this Will Swan verse.
Yeah, his obligatory rap verse on this one's pretty tight.
It's so good. And it's just like really funky, has electronic sounds in it, and I think it's awesome. Something that like clicked with me literally when I was listening to this album like an hour ago. I was listening to this song, and it gets to that part where it strips down to like just the guitars, like halfway through the song. I don't remember exactly where, but it gave me like hardcore like Don't Fear the Reaper vibes, like the beginning of Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult, where it's just like guitars like do 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 do, and I'm like, what? It's just so like out of left field. Like there's a lot of really new cool shit in this song. I don't think it should be this low like subjectively, but objectively I'm gonna put it out there because
well, objectively your opinion is wrong. So.
Okay, well that's fine. Like I said, I subjectively like it a lot, but if I had to look at these songs objectively, I'm saying we're getting close to where that song might.
I'm just saying, I think there are other songs on the list, including Legend, that deserve to be below it.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay with saying that Legend goes below it, if I'm being completely honest with you.
All right, well, what's 12 and what's 11?
Well, 12 is definitely variation.
Yeah.
Okay. But right now, we're just kind of determining if Legend should take the 11 spot or if there's something else that deserves to be below it, which Kyle apparently thought that it was Eagle versus Crow.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just throwing another argument out there because I'm trying to figure out what we can talk about because I don't want to make decisions.
Since Kyle has stepped on a landmine, I'm going to say that the Legend is definitely 11.
Okay.
That's fine.
Because I can't, like, I don't know. I can't put anything, like, I said Lost earlier, but, like, now that you guys have said it, I think Lost is better than Legend.
I agree. I mean, I do still think Lost should be in the bottom half, though. Which actually, I kind of think Lost should be next, honestly.
Which I'm totally cool with.
Yeah.
That's
like,
really surprising.
I think Lost is another, like, very solid album ender.
Yeah, I agree.
And again, it's like, it's such a good song. Like, the song offers, like, so much good stuff. And it has like a really good balance of Tillian and John Mess. You know, it has like just this really solid like driving feel. It like really grabs you and just kind of keeps you invested the whole time. And the bridge at the end is just amazing.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just think that when you like compare it to some of these other songs, I can't justify putting it above anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's tough.
I think it's out of the Tillian era, it's probably the second weakest album ender.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously it's not as good
it's
as,
definitely,
like...
Yeah, it's definitely a decent album ender for this song, but like, like, I don't know, Death of a Strawberry, Shark Dead, On the Run, Awkward, like,
right.
Of course, that's not even naming, like, I think the highest echelon.
Right, yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like, all of those songs just smoke it, like.
Yeah, and it's tough, right? Because, like, especially, because, like, in my notes, like, the first thing, like, when I first listened to the song, like, again, I just, in all caps, put yes. Because it's just so powerful, it's so driving, and it's really dope. Like, it's a really good song. But, especially when we're having the conversation about, like, their album enders, especially in the Tillian era, it's really different.
Yeah.
Especially than these next 3 albums that come out. Because those three album enders all are, like, way more like emotionally driven, have a very complex story going on, have a lot of callbacks to things. You know, it's very much like a DGD fan moment, right? Whereas like this one is just a really great song. And when you have that up against like these like beautiful creations that these other album enders have been, it's really hard to compete. As far as like a standalone song though, I think it is super solid. But
yeah,
like you said, I mean, it's just not that level of some of these other ones, like you were saying, like Awkward and you know, On the Run and shit. It's just not there. But I do think it's dope as shit. The other one word that I typed in my notes for this one was relentless, because it just goes. Like it was the word that I thought of like immediately when I was like listening to it the very first time. I was just like, this song just is so powerful. It goes and it goes, and it's just like, this is the end of the fucking album. We're getting you there. We're taking you to the end. It's happening right now.
It's just like they're like, you see like the edge of the cliff, and they just like pick you up and throw you on a bus and like drive you there like as fast as they can.
Flaming bus.
Yeah, it's like you're on the bus from Speed.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, but instead of like you have to keep it above 50, Sandra Bullock has to keep it above like 85.
But then, like, they tap the brakes a little bit at the end, because, like, the you know, the transition from, like, the main song, like, into that bridge at the end, they do slow it down, like, quite a bit. But I think that's, like, the best part of the song, in my opinion.
Yeah. I would agree.
And, like, the lyrics of the bridge are pretty cool, too.
So yeah, they're like disgracing that guy or whatever.
Right.
Man.
Well, damn, I guess we put Lost 10.
Yeah.
Kind of hurts. I think everything's gonna hurt though.
Dude, honestly, like I'm already pulling my hair out, and we've only done the bottom 3.
I know. Yeah. I know. Well, I'm about to say something that might get me killed by both.
So excited.
The next time I see you, I will fuck you up.
It might happen. Because you know how before the call I was saying I had a controversial opinion?
Okay.
Well, here it is. Because we're at the point where I think this should land.
Oh shit.
And it like goes against every fiber of my being to say this, but I know that I'm right. I think the next track, even though it is one of my favorite DGD songs of all time.
Tyler, just say it.
The Cuddler.
Honestly, I thought you were going to say something a lot worse.
What did you think he was going to say? Wait, Brennan, what did you think he was going to say?
Yeah, what did you think I was going to say?
No, I'm not even going to get into that.
Well, I'm genuinely curious now. I want to know. How bad of a person did you think I was?
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. You're close to like dictator status.
Here's my argument though.
Now,
like, well, okay, go ahead.
Say no. Say your thing. You beat me to it.
The reason I think this, and like I'm listening to the album today for like the 5 billionth time. I get to the Cuddler. I'm so pumped because the Cuddler is my jam. And as I'm going to take notes, I just realize that, like, I've been writing paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs about the intricacies and the wonderment of how well composed and how much all these songs have to offer and all this stuff for, like, every song on the album up to this point. And I get to The Cuddler, and I'm so happy. But then I just realized that, like, it's good. It's catchy. It makes me happy. But it doesn't really break the mold in any kind of way. And it's criminally short.
That is a good point. That it is a point that I made too on my list when I was re-listening to it. I, on the other hand, gave it a lot of good remarks.
Well, no, I mean, I have good remarks for it too. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, that's my reasoning for why it should be lower than everything else. Because, like, from this point on, like, I don't have problems with, like, any of the songs. Like, and this is, like, one tiny problem that, like, is, like, a tiny speckle of dirt on, like, an immaculate song. And since the rest of them don't have anything bad, I think that means we have to put it below everything else.
I don't agree at all. And
Well, what do you think? What do you think?
If there is a song that I want to die on a hill for in this album, it's this one. I really don't think that this song deserves to be in the bottom half of this album, like, at all. I think that there's
why though?
It's just all around, like, fantastic. I don't understand.
Right, but so is every other song that's left that we haven't picked yet. I need, like, a specific reason why this song offers more than any of the other songs.
Brennan, do you agree that the Cuddler should be number 9?
Ooh, that's such a fucking... Look, DGD has a history of releasing songs that are bangers, they're amazing, the choruses are super catchy. Like, literally, like, everything about the song is amazing, but it's criminally short. I feel like The Cuddler is the champion of all of these.
Yeah.
I agree.
Like The Cuddler, like, it's like this one and, like, Frozen one are, like, in, like, a 4-man Royal, like, there's a 4-man Royal Rumble for, like, all these songs. And, like, The Cuddler and Frozen one are, like, the last two standing, and then The Cuddler just, like, fucking power bombs the shit out of it and is, like, the champion.
Yeah.
I have this visualization every time I listen to these songs. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, yeah, like all these, like, 4 short songs, I'm like, is this one better than The Cuddler? And I listen to The Cuddler, and I'm like, no, it's fucking
Nah, bitch, nah.
But that's my thing. It's like, you know how much I love The Cuddler. I listen to this song constantly. Anytime we hang out, I always want to play The Cuddler. I lose my shit to it. I lose my mind every time it comes on. It's, like, my favorite shit ever. But, like, just thinking it's good, and that being, like, the only reason that I think it is, like, good. Like, I don't have, like, an actual detailed reason, a specific reason why it deserves to be considered better than anything else on the list. Like, I think that says something about it. Like, I don't want it to be this low, but I think objectively it just kind of has to be.
See, something that I wrote in my notes, a surprising amount of this on this when I was listening to this album again, was subverting expectations. Because there's a lot of times in this album specifically that I think that Dance Gavin Dance likes to give you this crazy build-up and then all of a sudden be like, whoop, no, we're not building up to what you thought. And then, like, obviously when they switch, like, the disco sex jammy bits, that happens in others, like, in the future. But, like, this one has just, like, really raw, like, it's building. Whoop! Nope, we're not there anymore. And, like, and I really like it. And I think The Cuddler is, like, the quintessential song for that. When it gets to, like, that bwamp, 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 like, shit, like, that it hits multiple times in this, which, I mean, you could argue is the disco sex jammy part of this song. And there's just, like, because, like, there's, like, the build-ups to that part, and then after that, it builds up to a resolution that isn't subverting expectations. It is what you'd expect, and it's just constantly fantastic instrumentals, constantly such, like, tasty fucking just groovy sex jams. I don't think that this song is that low. I really don't.
you're gonna have to like provide me with a specific example of a song that you think is objectively like below it in your opinion.
Ew.
Well,
Otherwise, I will like not, because if you can't provide me with a solid argument for why like for another song deserving the place that I want to put the color, then I will not have it.
okay. Well, here you go. I think Eagles vs. Crows should be underneath it. I
Well,
think
I
Shark
disagree.
Dad should be underneath it. I think Something New should be underneath it.
I disagree with all of those. But Brennan, I want to hear your thoughts on all of the things that have just been said.
Ooh.
I think the one I feel most passionately about being underneath the cuddler, though, actually, and I guess this is semi-controversial, is Something New.
Yeah.
And it's funny because the reason why I think that Something New should be beneath it is because I feel the way about Something New that you feel about Cuddler. It's like I feel like it literally is just a good song and that's it.
I feel that I have like paragraphs of notes for this song.
All right,
Something New?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something new, like, excuse me. You know how, okay, on the Mothership podcast, we were talking about deception. Okay. I think that Something New is the deception of this album. The fact that the instrumentals are off the fucking heezy. All right. There's good solid choruses. Okay. Tillian and John Mess are bouncing off each other. Like, it's just like Something New. Like, it's like everything that I want in a song, but it's like kind of underrated compared to the rest of the album. Ah, man. See,
just this song is like so fucking layered, and like I'm gonna say that a million times, but like going into this, like I was expecting Something New to kind of be lower on my personal rankings, but like upon re-listening to it today, like the song just has so much to offer. Like I can't justify putting it that low. Like,
dude, it's just like whenever the chorus starts and it's just like rolling double bass and like Tillian's just fucking going off and then like John Mess is like right with him every step of the way.
Right.
Like, cause like Tillian just takes like a whole new level and then like John Mess like keeps you grounded like all at the same time. And then it's like boom, like the end of the chorus where it's like Tillian just singing to you and it's like, you know, and then there's something new.
Yeah.
But, oh man.
It's just like it just does so much, and it does it all so perfectly. Like I can't, because there's the part where like John Mess comes in for like the scream sesh, right? And then, you know, like it transitions like into the bridge, and then the way that the bridge kind of like builds back up, and then it like,
yes,
I don't know, it just like it subverts your expectations, like you said. You kind of saw that as a theme. Like when I think of subverting expectations, I kind of think of this song because of like that part. And then it just like culminates in like a more subtle tone than you like think it's gonna go to. And then there's just this beautifully layered section where like John Mess and Tillian are like singing over each other, and it's I don't know, man. Like it's so well executed. I think that you know, like 10 times out of 10, I'm gonna want to listen to The Cuddler over this, but like The Cuddler is just catchy. Like I don't think that The Cuddler is as technically good, as technically like layered and impressive as this song is.
I mean, I can understand that, and like I wrote in my notes for Something New. I was like, objectively a super solid song, lots of great build-ups, lots of great instrumentals, some great moments. But like as I was listening through the rest of the album, I just kind of kept on like copy and pasting it down beneath the one that I had just listened to, because I was just like, well, this one has this, and I just kept going, well, this one has this, and like it just kind of kept sliding over Something New over and over again, to the point where it was just sitting down in my muddled group of songs near the bottom that I couldn't figure out what the fuck to do with, that I was just like, I don't know, man, this song is really solid and has a lot of great moments, like you said. Like I totally agree with the things that you said, but I don't think it brings as much as other songs this album does.
I'm not saying it should be like, you know, top of the list or anything, but like I definitely don't think it should be below The Cuddler.
Well, Brennan, I guess it's up to you.
I'm gonna break this tie.
Go for it, dude.
And
because I can respect these arguments, so I understand either direction, and I definitely won't hate you, Brennan.
Kyle, you know I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
I know sometimes our opinions differ, but that's just because we're different people.
It's okay.
Now, the Cuddler is like the best piece of like Double Bubble. Like it is the greatest. It is the greatest 10 seconds of my life. Like real shit.
Like the perfect analogy.
Like I'm looking at it right now. For 2 minutes and 33 seconds, my socks are blown the fuck off my feet. Like straight up. Like it's like popping that piece of Double Bubble in, and like literally for 10 seconds. Like I am like fucking blowing a load in my pants. And like that's the Cuddler. Like now, Kyle, God. Like you're saying, everything the Cuddler does, it does extremely well. Like the instrumentals, like how John Mez kicks it off, and he's talking about how you're trying to buy a house in a shitstorm economy. Like it has everything DGD, like funky lyrics. Like it's just everything. But then it ends, and I'm like, I love it, but I wish there was more. Like, and then you put another piece of Double Bubble in, and then you listen to it again, and like it's just.
So does this mean you're agreeing with me?
What's up?
So does this mean you're agreeing with me?
I am. I'm agreeing with Tyler.
Yes.
Now. Oh, fuck. It just pains me because I know like.
Oh, I know.
This song is so incredible. Like I remember there's this one dude on YouTube. I can't remember his name. But he like shit all over this album. Like he's like, I guess he's just like an album reviewer of some sort, but like for some reason he like hates this like genre. And like he was saying that like this song had like a Katy Perry chorus.
What?
And like I listened to it and I'm like, no, that's just a good catchy chorus, you fucking moron.
If
like,
Katy Perry had a chorus in her songs that was anything like this, maybe I would enjoy Katy Perry's music.
Exactly. Like there's only so many times I can listen to Firework, but like,
do I scream it at the top of my lungs every time? Yeah, but do I like it?
Obviously.
No. Like,
but like, I don't know. It pains me, but I gotta go with Tyler here.
All right, I just lost respect for both of you.
It literally, like, I think I killed like cells of my body by saying this, but I know that I'm right, so I have to make the right call, even though
I can't.
It hurts my soul.
Something new. So, like I said, like if I could, Deception would be higher on the mothership, but that's because Deception like just nails everything. Like the instrumentals, like while like singing and shit's going on, I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on with Will Swan? Like he must inject steroids in his fucking fingers, dude. Like, I don't even know. Like it's insane. But like I don't know. I can't put something new into the Cuddler. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't either.
As much as that pains me.
Well, okay, so we're gonna lock in the Cuddler in the number 9 spot.
Fuck.
It's a damn shame, but it was the right call, I think. Now, what's next? Because my controversial opinion's out of the way, and now I'm just kind of here. Like I don't really know what the next song should be, so I'm gonna need some pitches right now.
Oh boy.
I mean, I'm gonna stick with the fact that I think that I listed off 3 songs in rapid succession that I thought deserved to be down here, and they were Something New, Shark Dad, and Eagle vs. Crows.
Well, Eagle vs. Crow is not going to be part of this conversation. I'm going to shut that down right now. But sure, let's talk about Shark Dad for a minute because we haven't talked about that yet.
Oh boy.
I find that decision interesting, but we'll just brush over it for now, I guess.
I'm starting to actually side with Kyle now.
I don't know, man.
Eagle versus Crows.
I love Eagle versus Crows. Dude.
Well, yeah, I know. We all love it. I want to know why. Like I'm not necessarily saying that I am like 1,000% opposed to this. I just, from my perspective, where I'm at right now, I don't see what you guys see. So I just need you to explain to me why you think what you're thinking.
Brennan, I want to hear what you have to think about this song because I talked about it a little bit earlier.
Now, there's like a part after, like the Will Swan obligatory rap verse. I think Kyle was talking about it, how it kind of gave him like a Blue Oyster Cult vibe.
Yeah.
where it's like after the verse, like I think John Mess steps in, and then it's like, you know, kind of going after it for a bit, and then like all of a sudden everything cuts and it's just the guitars and like a little bit of bass, and like during that part, I have like just this great sense of like euphoria. Like I feel like like my life's going great, everything's going how it's supposed to be going. Like that's just how I feel like when I hear that part. And like the chorus, like it's like everything I want. Like Tillian just like, it's like whatever I order at a restaurant, Tillian's like, here you go, like enjoy it. Like
is it Texas Roadhouse?
No, this song's better than Texas Roadhouse.
Oh shit!
I'm going.
It's like a big old Mickey D's drive-through, and they're supersizing that fry.
Well, that was not the comparison we should have made.
They're giving me a basket of fries instead of a large size.
McDonald's is gross as fuck. That was a joke. I just want to make that clear to everyone listening. I fucking hate McDonald's.
Same. But do I eat? Yeah. But it's like Katy Perry, I guess.
Sometimes you just have to
like
consume
guilty
it 'cause
pleasure.
it's the only thing there, but you don't necessarily want to.
Yeah.
But like I remember like me and Tyler would always tell me that like if he was showing somebody DGD, he would show them Eagle versus Crows. Like for a while. And I get it because it's quintessential. It has the obligatory rap verse. It gives you like everything you need. But like I just feel like a lot of other songs are just better. And it's not. Fuck, I wish I was better at putting it in words. I don't know. Like, it's like this verse is like that song versus Shark Dad is interesting. Because like Shark Dad to me is like it's like not, it's like heavy, but like not super heavy, but like John Mess like kind of has like his fucking like explosion on this one. Like the song is primarily driven by John Mess.
It's the closest thing to a Secret Band song.
That's what I was about to say.
But it's not at all a Secret Band song.
Yeah, no.
No. Because Tillian, like when Tillian like steps into the song, like he takes it over.
Oh yeah, that's the part that I love so much about Shark Dad is that like it starts off pretty smooth, and then John Mess just like kicks the fucking door down and hits you with like the hardest segment of any track on the entire album, and you think that you're just like, okay, we're getting dragged into the pits of hell. This is just the way the song is now, and then you know. All of a sudden, you were just thrown into the swaddling arms of Tillian.
See, like the entirety of Tillian's part in this song, I fucking adore.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Like whenever he like starts singing, it's like slow, and then it kind of gets like funky. Like it's like, you know, he's like singing like around like, you know, like I don't really know how to describe it, but like he's just kind of like doing his thing. It's like, I'm alone, I'm without you, girl. Like that part.
Yeah, it just hits you with like a real nice like funk vibe. And then like after going through like the whole like John Mess like screaming for like a solid minute, like it makes it feel even better. I wrote it in my notes as like the John Mess section is like you're going through just like the most furious thunderstorm ever on the high seas. And then you get to the Tillian part, and it's like the rainbow at the end of the storm.
Yes.
Like, it's like you get rewarded for, like, making your way through the choppy waters of John.
Now, after the funky part, like when John Mess kind of takes back over and it's Tillian singing in the background, like it's kind of like a We Own the Night kind of vibe, because it's like John Mess is like driving, but like Tillian's in the background just hitting just fucking insane notes, and I'm like,
oh yeah,
this dude's vocal range is so fucking silly. Like
oh yeah,
like I remember like being in my car like delivering pizzas, like trying to sing that. I'm like, dude, I don't fucking have it. Like yeah, and then it's like after that, like he like Tillian like sets it up, like he's like going up in notes, and so it's like it's just like right back into the fucking thunderstorm.
Right.
Yeah.
The song just manages to have this like extreme like duality to it, but they managed to pull it off so seamlessly, and it's crazy how they go from like completely one end of the spectrum to the other, and it just works. Like it shouldn't, but it does. Yes. And yeah, no, I think Shark Dad is great. Like I'd be fine with putting Eagle versus Crow under Shark Dad.
Yes.
I'd be perfectly fine with that.
And anyways, Kyle, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man. You mentioned before that Eagles versus Crow versus Shark Dad, which is now odd to say now that I think about it, is an interesting like back and forth, because I would say that these two songs are the most not DGD songs on the album, in my opinion. Because like Shark Dad has a lot of like that Secret Band vibe. I know it's not, but like if we had to say a song was close to Secret Band, this would be it. Because you have like that first half of the song, other than that little tag at the beginning, is basically just John Mess just going to town. And then Eagle versus Crows is really just electronic, funky. It's really like not their sound integrated with their sound, and very much like different.
But that's why I think that Eagle versus Crow deserves more credit, because like when I think of DGD, I think of variety, I think of experimentation, I think about them trying new things and like going on all these different avenues and genre blending and all this stuff. And like no other song on this album blends more genres together and is more experimental than Eagle versus Crows, in my opinion.
Yes.
So I think like I'm not necessarily saying that it deserves to be like top 5 or anything, but like I don't know. It just, because of that fact alone, it just feels kind of wrong for it to be this low.
Well,
And I get that, but I can't bring myself to put it over literally any of these other songs.
Right.
Yeah,
and it's... Sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
No, you're good. I was like that comparison that I was making, like between the two, like being the more not DGD songs on this album, is interesting because like it's like really heavy versus like really experimental. It's like two kind of ends of their like let's journey out of our thing spectrum. And what the thing like for me defending Shark Dad a little bit, because like usually I'm not like one to like adore the Secret Band song on their albums. That's just not really my vibe all the time. But Say Hi is pretty good. But
Say Hi is actually a lot better now that I've listened to it more.
Oh yeah, dude, I fucking love Say Hi. I think we might have done it a little too low. But anyways, that's another conversation. But anyway, Shark Dad, right? I love how much variation there is in the beginning part. Thank you, dude. Yes. Yes.
Tyler, I fucking love it.
But yeah, no, like there's just so much like differentiation happening with the bit that John Mess does in that first half of the song. Like instrumentally, it's just doing all sorts of things around him that are like messing with the rhythm, but he is just solid the whole time. Like it's really impressive. Some of that instrumental shit is like some of the best on the album, I would argue. It's quite like fucking knock it out of the park shit that I love. I'm really not going anywhere with this. I just really like it. But it's just something about Shark Dad that I like a lot, and which isn't something that grabs me often, but in this song on this album, it was just like, ooh, yes, I like it. However, does that beat the really cool experimental shit that Eagles versus Crows does? I don't know. Because
I think it does. Honestly, like the more we talk about this, the more I am becoming okay with putting Eagle versus Crows in this spot. Because like as I'm looking over my notes for every other song, you're right. Like I think I was just driven by like impulse. But like I guess like objectively the other songs are just technically better.
Yeah.
Like
and it's tough.
It's nothing against Eagle versus Crows, obviously. Like, I get that, and like, I don't know.
It's definitely like Tyler, you said before. It's one of the songs that like, if I'm around people that don't necessarily know DGD or don't necessarily like them, it's definitely the song I choose. But like, or it's one of the songs I choose. But like, I don't know, man. like literally, like every other song on this album, I'm just like, there's no way it's better.
Yeah, you're right, and I'm fine with that. So we'll put Eagle versus Crows in this next spot because we gotta keep moving along.
Yeah. I don't know, it's tough though, man.
Yeah, it's about to be bloody.
Yeah,
I mean, one of those songs that jump back out at me when I listen to it again. Well, I mean, a lot of songs did that this time around, but like this song, I was just like, damn, they really went for something here, and I can appreciate that a ton. Like it is.
Yeah.
I love those "Don't Fear the Reaper" vibes. I tell you what, it really it makes me happy.
Yeah, like I said, I every time I hear that song, I'm like, damn, everything's like going according to plan.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I can feel that.
I can't help but do the trademark Tillian hand dolphin whenever I listen to that bit of the song.
Yes. Yes. I stick my hand out of the car and I'm just like, fucking grooving.
Well, boys, what do we've made the difficult decisions on what 9 and 8 are, which are the Cuddler and the Eagle versus Crows. What are we gonna say that comes next?
That is a loaded question.
It is indeed.
I really don't know.
I'm afraid to pull the pin on this
I'll tell you what
grenade.
it's not. I'll
Okay.
tell you what it's not. I think we can table right now. Obviously, I think we can table We Own the Night. We can table Stroke God.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say, we could probably table On the Run.
I agree.
Okay.
I'm okay with this.
I'm just gonna toss those to the side right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we are left with Death of a Strawberry, Awkward, Shark Dad, and Something New. So this is the new battle we're having right now. It's a fatal four-way. And
Who's going to come out on top?
I don't know. I feel like we should also table Death of a Strawberry, but that's just me.
well, let's talk about Death of a Strawberry real quick because we haven't talked about that one at all yet. Kyle, I want you to paint me a picture about Death of a Strawberry. Why do you think it does not deserve this next spot?
I mean, I do think that Tyler, I don't know if you heard this before, but I think it takes you on a little bit of a journey, Tyler.
It's a weird concept. Please explain yourself.
I know, it's something new for DGD, completely out of left field, right? This is the other song that like I have in very bold like lettering, subvert expectations kind of situation where like there's a lot of like really like stripped down build up moments to like really heavy shit that you're not necessarily feeling that's going to come next.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like I said before, like other songs where they like have this disco sex jam, it's just like bam, oh, we transitioned into sexy disco times. Whereas in this one, it's just like I'm gonna punch you in the face with something you're not ready for, whether it be heavy to strip down something or vice versa. But something that stood out to me with this song, and kind of the reason why I was willing to jump out and be like, let's table this song. I don't think it really deserves to be there yet. Is John Mess does some stuff in this that I think I super appreciate, and I think he doesn't do on any other song on this album, not that I can recall, is that some of his screams have like a melodic bit to them that like actually carry the tune against Tillian near the ending of this song that adds another layer to an already crazy layered album that I adore. And obviously, we can all say the song's fantastic, but I think little things like that they throw in just are so, like, you know what? I'm great, but I'm going to also do a little melodical bit in my screams, because that's how great I am. Like, it's just them, like, going that extra mile to show how great they are, how just fucking talented they are. It's just all around great. I mean, like, obviously I could talk about the song, just, like, the things that we always say about these songs, but I think that's the thing that really catches me out with the song, that I'm like, oh, wow, like they really went for it. Like, because the entire time I'm vibing, I'm like, this song slaps. I love this song. And then I'm like, oh, but also. And like, we're getting down to that point where I think that oh, but also might push it ahead of some others.
Okay.
But I don't know.
I mean,
I what do you guys think?
I agree with everything you said, but upon like taking a second look at this matchup that we have here, I actually think that Death of a Strawberry is the weakest of the four, personally. And again, I love the song. I agree with literally everything you just said. Like, it's a perfect song. There's like nothing to dislike about it at all. I just think that, you know, we already talked about Shark Dad and Something New and how much we like those songs. I just think objectively those two kind of offer more, and they kind of, like you were saying, like go the extra mile and do that stuff. I feel like Shark Dad and Something New both do that more, if not like not necessarily a lot more, but like at least enough for me to say that they deserve to be above Death of a Strawberry. I think Awkward does too, but we haven't talked about that yet.
Honestly, I think Death of a Strawberry should be next.
Yeah, that's kind of where I think.
And hear me out, Kyle. Hear me out. Tyler made the analogy of Lost being like they put you on a bus and then it just fucking takes off. It takes you where you're going. Death of a Strawberry is like the polar opposite. It's like you get on a bus and the bus driver weighs like 65 pounds and he has a really hard time pushing the gas pedal. So so you're stuck doing like 25. And then like the last part of the song, like a very pissed off like normal person, like non-bus driver, or I should say like passenger.
Just somebody, you know,
it's just a non-bus driver.
I dance fucking circles around that word. Holy shit. But anyways, like the last like bit of the song, like a passenger gets pissed off, pushes him out of the way, and then pushes it to like 40. Like, like it doesn't make like too much faster, like just a little. And like it's crazy because like I love this song. This is a song like I like listening to it like if I'm at a pool, like if it's like a nice like summer day and I got the windows down, like I don't know why I just like listen to Death of a Strawberry. Mm-hmm. But like Todd was saying, every other song seems to have like a lot more going on. And I'm not saying that like action, like more songs having like more action is just good, but like there's just so much more like depth to everything else. Mm-hmm. And I agree, like John Mess does something different on the song, which makes it like different. But it's not like it's only I can point to that and be like, oh, that makes it better than Awkward, or oh, that makes it better than On the Run, or that makes it better than something new. Like I don't know.
Honestly, while we're talking about this, I don't think it makes it better than Eagle versus Crows. Honestly, the more we talk about this,
Tyler, I thought this was done.
I thought it was done too, but now I'm having second thoughts. I don't know why I didn't make this argument before, because now the more we're talking about it, I'm like, but I think Eagle versus Crows offers more than this song too. Like this song is good, but like, I don't know, man. We can leave Eagle versus Crows buried down there if we want to. I need to voice my concern that we might have been wrong.
We might have been wrong. Oh man, that's like what the people said when they came out with the first atom bomb. Like, you know, we might have been wrong about this.
I definitely don't think Death of a Strawberry
that's tough.
Could be higher than any of these other ones, though, in my opinion.
Kyle, what do you think?
I have no idea anymore. I mean, at this point, everything I've defended, you guys have been like, nah, not really. And I'm like, okay, well,
Not really.
that's literally been the recurring theme of this album, has been, I think this song's pretty great, you guys. No, I think I have to agree with Tyler. I have to agree with Brennan. I think we're going to put it down. I'm like, all right, well,
Brennan agreed with you on Eagle vs. Crows, and eventually I did too. And now I don't, but we're past that.
Now I don't. Look. I'm sorry, Kyle, but like you're stepping in my wheelhouse here.
No, I know. I mean, I
this
shouldn't
album
have had as much care going into this as I do.
Like,
because I know you guys have a lot of attachment to this, like more than I do. But I'm just like, man, because I came at this like super like try to be a lot more objective, because I'm not saying I've been shot down about that before, but and I thought that my thoughts of these songs being objective were correct. But you know what? I'm just gonna hit delete on that list. All my notes are gone. And what would you guys like to talk about next?
Jesus.
Oh, wow, that's rejection.
You were handling this poorly.
Well, I'm sorry, but
yeah, I kind of want to put Eagles versus Crows over Death of a Strawberry, if I'm being completely honest with you.
Well, let's do it. Fuck it.
The more that you brought it up, and you guys, the way you guys talking about Death of a Strawberry, you've talked me away from it. Like, honestly, though,
I will take it. It's a small victory, but I'll take it. I already put it up on the list.
Bro, we're talking you away from the ledge, man. Just step away from Death of a Strawberry, bro. Like, put down the crack pipe. It's not better.
They both slap, but Eagle versus Crows has officially overtaken it.
Dude, people in comments are gonna fucking hate us.
I know, that's what
care.
I'm saying.
Because Down with Strawberry, like I'm on Spotify, it is the second most streamed song on this album.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me. It's an incredible song. It's
I mean,
it deserves to be
like,
listened to that much. Absolutely.
Like, I'll be like rolling around with my windows down in my truck, just bumping it. I'm like, this song slaps.
I never skip it, but I never skip like most of the tracks on this album. So,
I don't skip anything on this album.
yeah, like I literally don't ever. I don't think I've ever skipped a song off this album before ever.
Anyways, what the fuck's next?
Well,
we are
I guess
knee-deep.
we're down. The next argument, I guess, is going to be after that debacle. Awkward, Shark Dad, and Something New are in contention for the next 3 spots.
Oh my god.
Now, we haven't talked about Awkward yet. Do we just want to, like,
let's flush it out.
go over that a little bit?
Sure.
I think this song is great. But, Kyle, I actually want to hear your thoughts on Awkward.
I really don't want to talk about it first.
Okay, well, then I'll talk about Awkward first.
Dude.
So, like, Awkward, when I think of Awkward, I just think of, like, pure catchiness. Like, the guitar and the drums are just so fucking clean and catchy at the beginning. And, like, granted, compared to a lot of the songs in this album, it is, like, a bit safer. So if it takes this spot, I'm not really upset. But, like, there's the part where they, like, break it down into, like, a slower jam after the first chorus. And it's just, like, so damn tasty. And then they build it back up into, like, another chorus run. And they just do it so well. Like, it's so fucking good, man. They hit you with, like, the full-on fucking breakdown after the second chorus. And then, like, the thing I love about this, okay, this is what made me geek out. And, like, this is something I never even, like, fully picked up on before. But, like, during the second chorus, they tease the breakdown a little bit. They start, like, peppering in John's vocals into the background of the chorus. You can kind of hear it, like, poking through, like, oh, he's getting ready to do something, and then he just pops out, and it's like, whoa, it's John time. And it's just, like, that shit was awesome. Like, like, Kyle, before, when you were talking about, like, the, you know, like, the little spiciness that they add to the song and stuff. Like, this is, like, the moment that I was thinking of when you started talking about that. I'm like, and not that I disagreed with what you said, I just think that, like, it's stuff like this that is just so good. Just going the extra mile, and, like, it's so fucking cool.
So I like that this Awkward has, like, literally one breakdown after another. Mm-hmm. Because it's like you said, it's like, like the end of the chorus, like you hear, like, John Mess starting to, like, pipe in, and all of a sudden he just takes over. Mm-hmm. And then, like, it starts, like, rolling. Is like how I, like, think of it.
Yeah.
Where, like, it's like, it's just like, oh my god, they're fucking hitting me with it.
Yeah.
And then, like, all of a sudden, like, it stops, and you hear, like, Tillian kind of, like, chiming in, but you hear, like, the guitar work in the background. And then it's even, like, more, like, oh my god, they're chugging, but, like, with that guitar work, and it's just like, damn, like, they brought it out, dude.
Like, I honestly think that, like, this might be, like, one of my favorite breakdowns on the album. Like, just the way they do it. Because, like, he comes in, and then, like, you think the breakdown's gonna end, because, like, you kind of hear Tillian, like, poking back up, and, like, John, like, eases off. But then it's like, nope, and then you're just, like, right back into the fucking pit, and he takes you in for, like, another round.
Oh my gosh.
Like, it's just like, so fucking cool, man.
Yeah, it's like they're putting your head underwater, and then, like, they pull you out, and then you catch your breath, and they're like, nope, fucking put you back down. Oh
like, God, this is just another example of how this album subverts expectations. Like Kyle was saying earlier, like, the song starts out, and you think it's going to be, like, just this super safe song that's not really going to offer a whole lot. But by the end, like, you have received, like, the full DGD treatment in full. Like, I don't know, man. I think this song is great.
another thing that, like, because, like, I made notes about, like, the whole, like, peppering in the shit, like you had said. Mm-hmm. There's another bit that I also added in about that, where, like, there's, like, this electronic effect that they put in, like, throughout the song, with, like, the, and it's like just kind of, like, hidden throughout it, and then, like, there are moments where, like, an electronic effect takes over, like, Tillian's voice at times, like, kind of gives it, like, this, like, muffled effect, and then it all comes, like, full force again towards the end. Like, it like, like you were saying, like it is peppered throughout and like keeps building up. Yeah, I really like this song. I think this song's pretty slappy.
Yeah. I was looking forward to talking about this one like the whole time.
Oh boy.
I will think that, like you had said, it is a little safe at times. I especially like some of the Tillium parts, I feel are very much just a vehicle to get to the next really cool bit, you know, almost. Sure. And not that they're bad. I still like it. Like I said, this song is quite slappy, and I really do like so like I can agree with you. This is one of the best breakdowns on the album. It is in my notes is like I made a point. I was just like, even though this has some really slappy moments, where does that put it against songs that have like completely like well-rounded like beings? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's so tough to like justify any of these three songs being better than any of the other ones, in my opinion. Like, does anybody want to like take a shot at what they think deserves to be the bottom of these three songs? Because like I actually don't know.
Yeah, it's interesting, right? Especially the battle between like Awkward and Something New for me, because I do think Something New like is just all around a solid song, but I don't think anything about it really like stands out to me. Obviously, you feel a little different, but like I feel like Something New is very solid, good song, objectively good, awesome. Whereas Awkward has some moments that really stand out to me, and then some moments that are like, okay, cool. So like, what wins in that scenario for me is difficult.
For me. Because I feel like both of these songs like should be below Shark Dad.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna make an analogy, like kind of like a boxing analogy. Something New is like, let's say, okay, you have a round, okay, where a guy, like one fighter, is doing like a lot of like solid work, like he's working off the jab, he's hitting a lot of shots. Like, he's not doing, like, a lot of damage, but, like, he's always hitting. He's always getting points. Like, he's just putting in, like, solid work. Now, Awkward is, like, the other fighter who isn't doing a whole lot, but, like, when he hits, it's like a fucking freight train. And, like, he's getting knockdowns. He's landing, like, really hard shots that's, like, kind of shaking the dude. Like, the other fighter is, like, in more trouble. But, like, so, like, I don't know if you guys get that, but like
I do.
Awkward.
I just don't know which one you think is better.
Because then like for us, like if we're the judges, we're like, well, damn, that's kind of a hard round to score because Something New was like constantly doing work, but like Awkward almost put him to sleep.
Right.
So it's like you're almost like knocked him out, but like it's.
I mean, My gut is telling me Awkward should be over Something New, but I honestly could do it either way. Like, I'm not gonna, like, fucking put up a fight for either one of these, because I think it's honestly just interchangeable. But I think my gut is telling me Awkward's better.
Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to give you what order I think these next three should be in, and I'm going to let you two duke it out.
Right.
Okay.
That's fair.
Because I think I have a way that I feel about it, and I really didn't know where any of these three songs were going to go on my list, but like listening to the way you guys have talked about them all, I now like them all a little bit more. But I
they're
think
incredible tracks.
No, and like all the songs that we've talked about so far are incredible tracks. Like Cuddler is like if I'm gonna be honest with you, Cuddler is like my most listened to song on this album. Which, I mean, like, might be sacrilege, but whatever,
It's a good fucking song, dude. I listen to it all the time.
Yeah. I mean, We Own the Night and Stroke God are very close, but, like, if I had to, like, go and, like, run the numbers, I would bet you Cuddler might be over top of those two. But anyways, I think next should be Something New, then Awkward, then Shark Dad.
That's kind of how I'm feeling, too, honestly.
Perfectly cool with that.
All right. Well, that made it easy, then. There we go.
Easy. Something easy.
And with that, we're on to the top three. So
let's tell you what number three is.
Well, no, shut up. I'm gonna do a recap first, and then you can tell me what you think number three is. So number 12 was Variation. Number 11 was Legend. Number 10 was Lost. Number 9 was The Cuddler. Number 8 was Death of a
Death of a
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Kyle, I'm going to throw you a bone there. Number 7 was Eagle vs. Crows. Number 6, Something New. Number 5, Awkward. Number 4, Shark Dad. So now we are down to We Own the Night, Stroke God Millionaire, and On the Run. Kyle, what do you think the number 3 spot should be?
On the Run.
I agree.
I mean, I have to agree, but like we
I
haven't
agree.
talked about this song at all, so like
All right.
we have to give it like the fucking justice that it deserves.
So, me and Tyler, or Tyler and I, for you grammar Nazis out there, we went to a show at Mr. Small's it's in Millville. It's basically Pittsburgh for all those people who aren't from Pennsylvania. And it was the Mothership tour. And then we bought the album there like a week before the album came out. It was fucking
Yeah, it
dope.
was like a few days before the album officially dropped, which was awesome.
Yeah, it was. I think it came out on the 7th, and we bought it on like the 4th.
Something
Like that. And they played On the Run. I mean, they played Stroke God, they played We Own the Night. Like, they played, like, just the fucking who's who.
Yeah.
And they played On the Run, and the song was amazing. And literally, at the end of the song, like, whenever it's just, like, you know, singing, but, like, everyone's, like, singing, like, a different part.
Yeah.
The entire crowd literally just, like, picked apart. Like different people would, like, pick apart, and, like, everyone just sang it. And I just remember seeing, like, the smile on Tillian's face.
Yeah,
and, like, the band, like, the whole place was just so fucking vibing. And,
It
like,
was just magical.
oh, and then, like, the entire venue, like, literally every single person sang every single word. That, like, of every song they played, like, everyone in there was just singing along, like, having a fucking good time. There were pits, like, it was so fucking...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it was just amazing. And Mr. Small is, like, my fucking, like, living room. Like, it's not big at all.
It's tiny. It's awesome, though. But yeah, like, that is, like, when I think of just going to DGD shows, or going to shows in general, that's, like, one of my favorite memories of all time, is just, like, at the end of On the Run, when all the music cut out, and it was just the crowd doing, like, the triple vocal part, and it was just beautiful. Like, oh my gosh. It still gives me goosebumps to just, like, think about that. And that's why On the Run will always be, like, one of my favorite DGD songs.
And I love... Alright, so... On the Run. Like, it starts off with, like, you know, like, right off the bat, is John Mess, like, punching in the throat.
Oh, yeah.
And then, there's a guitar part. Like, it's, like, right after, like, the first part, like, Tillian kind of sings a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden, like, a riff takes over. And, like, I shit you not, I remember, like a few months before the album came out, I'm like, dude, like, I was, like, for some reason, I think of, like, weird guitar licks. And, like, now I'm, like, trying to, like, learn how to play guitar so I can actually, like, do shit. But, like, I remember, like, thinking of that riff. And I'm like, if that's ever in a song, that'd be amazing. And then, like, On the Run came out. And I heard it. And I was like, oh, my God. Fucking... like,
You're psychic!
I was like, that's the only time, like, I've ever done that. But, like, I just started thinking, like, damn, like, this is, like next level shit. and then the first chorus hit. And it's just... Like, the song itself is so... Like... It's everything I want.
Yeah.
But it's like not everything I want as much as Stroke God or We Own the Night. So it's like...
Yeah. That's the sad part. Like, if this song were on, like, any other fucking album ranking, like, it could have been number 1, probably.
Yes.
But, like, I don't know. Like, obviously, like, Stroke God and We Own the Night are, like, our favorite songs of all time. So, like, obviously, we're not gonna... fucking put anything else above those. And you can fight us in the comments about it. I know everyone hates We Own the Night because they play it too much, but, like, I'm a basic bitch. I like it.
It's also just a phenomenal song.
It's just a good song, and we'll get to that because I'm gonna break down why I like it so much. I think we all are.
Oh my god. Anyway, Kyle, what do you think of On the Run?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say before we move on to the battle of the century. I was gonna give my idea of On the Run. Objectively, I think this song is just awesome. I knew it was going to be near the top bit, but I didn't think it was going to be number 3, actually, but I'm down to see it in the spot. I personally actually don't, like, go for this song super often. I like it a lot, but it's one of those songs that, like, if I have the vibe for it, I go for it. Mm-hmm. And when I listen to it, I fucking adore it. I think it's all around is just such a I had always imagined it would be a great live song, and then, obviously I know the story, so I was like, yeah, it is. But so I don't know. Yeah, I mean, that's all I really have to say about On the Run. I think it is just super well put together. It takes you on a journey. It's layered. It is just all those hot buzzwords we've said this episode. It really gives you everything. However, I do think there are 2 songs that give a little more.
What might those songs be, Kyle? I wonder.
Ooh, could it be the last 2 songs we have left? Oh,
it might
wow.
be.
Wow.
Literally the first and second song on the album.
First and second song on the album. And it was all downhill from there after that.
Which is amazing, because it's...
I know, right?
Because it doesn't feel that way, but like...
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But On the Run, Rest in Power at number 3. You're an absolute banger. I will always love you.
I will always cherish that memory.
We're on to the final battle that I saw coming from before long. The battle that Brennan and I have been having for a millennia.
Forever.
Of which is better between We Own the Night and Stroke God Millionaire. And fucking, I don't even fully know. I gravitate toward We Own the Night, but Stroke God is a very close second favorite song of mine as far as like the entire DGD library is concerned. I love them both so much.
Oh my god.
Let's fight.
When we had the first album recording where we discussed like Afterburner, I was like, oh, we're gonna have to talk about Stroke God and We Own the Night at some point. I knew that battle was happening, and here we are. We made it. I'm so excited. I have my popcorn. I'm ready to cry, go on a journey with you boys.
All right.
Fight.
Man.
Go.
Kyle, what do you want us to start with? You're going to have to be the mediator for this entire thing.
I know. I've been preparing. Start with We Own the Night.
Will do, good sir.
I was hoping for this, yes.
Okay. I mean, We Own the Night. I feel like anybody watching this is probably at least acquainted with DGD, and anybody who even knows who they are have probably heard the song, because it's their most popular song by like an insanely wide margin. They play it literally every live show, I think. Like, I've never seen them not play it at a set, and I've seen them like 6 times. And it's for good reason, because it's like one of the most well-crafted songs that's ever been fucking put on this planet, in my opinion.
Yes.
Like, and sure, it's overplayed, but like, when the song is that good, can you blame them? Like, of course it's overplayed. Everyone loves it because it's just the perfect song. Like, and this is also like the first DGD song I ever listened to, so obviously I'm heavily biased toward it, and I can admit that. But like, it literally, like, it exposed me to the fucking nuttiness of DGD. It exposed me to what is capable of being created with actual talented musicians. Like, I never thought that music could sound like this until I heard We Own the Night, and my entire world just fucking shattered. Like, I was a new man. This song caused me to be reborn into the lovable gent that I am today. My taste in music might still be shit if I had never listened to this. We'll never know. But this song is just like, it's a good song, but also I think like the importance of this song in the grand scheme of things can also be like a tiny factor in this argument, possibly. But like, I don't know, man. Like, it pulls you in. Like, it starts out and it's just so smooth. And like, if you don't know that it's like a fucking post-hardcore band, like you listen to the beginning of it and you're like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm gonna let this serenade my eardrums. And then fucking John comes in and just, and then you're like, whoa, this is less clean than I thought it would be. But then like Tillian's still doing clean vocals like underneath it, and it's like they're layering, and it's like, how can music sound like this? I've never experienced this before. It's like if you try to think of like a color that doesn't exist and like you can't. This is like the sound equivalent.
Wow.
But it's real.
It's real, it's here, it's in front of you, and you have to deal with it.
It has such a deep blend of like different vocal ranges and different styles and crazy good instrumentals, and the song just manages to constantly switch to just multiple different tones. It almost feels like just like a bunch of different songs like weaved together into like one really long journey, if you will, which we say all the time. It's like when I think of Wheel in the Night, I don't think of it as just like a song. I think of it as like an experience. I think of it as just like the culmination of everything DGD has to offer, really. I mean, in my personal opinion, this song has like everything you could possibly ever want from a DGD song. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And there's nothing wrong with Stroke God either.
I'm gonna say that everything Tyler has said about We Own the Night is so on the fucking ball. It has, like, literally, it is like you're thinking your ass off to try to come up with a new color. And boom, We Own the Night just gives it to you, and you're like, I've bestowed, like, this power has been bestowed upon me, and I've wanted it for so long, and, like, now I have it, and now I'm going to stream it 37 million times. And I think that's what it's up to. No, yeah. 33 million times.
Yeah.
But, like, it literally has everything. Like, the song starts off real soft, and like you said, John Mess just comes in, and it's just fucking him and Tillian, like, every song that like they like you hear them at the same time. Like Shark Dad does this as well, Something New does this as well, but like but We Own the Night is like the quintessential. Like John Mess is like talking about how like, oh my, like the night is your god, like, you know, you used to be a plaque on my wall and now like you're not around. Like it's like so deep, but it's like only like in a way that John Mess could put it. Right. And in the background it's just Tillian just like, oh my god, this dude, like, I remember the first time I heard it, I'm like, this dude has so much fucking range.
Right?
Like, and then, like, it hits you twice with it. Like, it's, like, soft, and then it's, like, the chorus, and then it's soft again, and then it's the chorus. And at the end of it, it's just a complete transition. Like,
oh, yeah.
Like, you guys are talking about Flossie Dicky Bounce on the Mothership album. How, like, literally it's just a transition into something completely different, like at the end of that song. We Own the Night does that times like a million. Like it's just so much like better. It's so crisp and all this. It's just like the riff that like Will Swan just hitting you with, and you're like, oh my god, this turned into like a fucking post-hardcore show. Like I don't like what. Like it's like punky. It's kind of like, oh, it gets right to the point, and like you just hear Tillian like, you know, singing along like, oh my gosh, I'm playing nervous songs now. Like, and it's like I'm pretty sure We Own the Night's about like heroin addiction.
I think so, yeah.
And like pretty much like to anyone that I've known, I mean, granted, I don't know dick about heroin, but like how the song, like the beginning of the song is like euphoric, and it's like it is like an experience, and then like the end of the song is not like frantic, but it's like kind like Tillian's like, oh my gosh, like, you know, the thrill's gone, like I don't know what the fuck to do, like, you know, like it's just there's just like so much to unpack, and I think that's why it is like objectively it is the best Dance Gavin Dance song of all time, simply because like there's just like there's so much to it, and like just like the diversity of it all, and how it's like fucking like 3 completely different songs just like smash into one, and it's like, oh my god, like I want to replay it.
Yeah. Like, and if for some reason you're listening to this and haven't ever listened to this song before, like do yourself a fucking favor and look it up like right this second, because like it is an experience, man.
Yeah, stop listening to this, go listen to that. We Own the Night by Dance Gavin Dance is arguably like it's honestly one of the best songs of like the 2010s.
Yeah.
Like straight up. Like I'll put that up against anything.
Yeah.
And
it's
be
my
like,
personal
Janice.
favorite song of all time. Not that my taste is like, you know, gospel, but
but I imagine that like if you put a gun to like most Dance Gavin Dance fans' heads, they'd probably say the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you have like some guy that's like how I used to listen to like fucking DBM1, they'll be like, dude, Lemon Meringue Tie was better. like dude, like Tree Village, bro. Like, I don't know, let's say something fucking stupid. But anyway, my favorite song. Well, actually, it's probably let Kyle say it, since he's the mediator.
Oh, yeah. I'm just sitting here like listening and taking it all in, trying to take notes myself on these songs.
That was my like cross examination of We Own the Night, because I think it is fantastic, and I totally would not be bothered if it was number one, but I must make a case.
Mm-hmm.
No, and I feel like that's the great part about this is we both love both. We all three of us love both of these songs, so like we aren't going to be angry either way, but we're also going to be a little piffed,
I'm going to be. Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, at this point, like we're just subjective at the moment. Like that's just inevitable.
Yeah, like literally either one of these songs deserves the number one or number two spot. So like it's literally just going to come down to like Kyle's decision, I guess, because obviously I'm gonna vote for Stroke God, or for fucking We Own the Night. You're gonna vote for Stroke God, so Kyle's gonna have to be a deal breaker. Yeah, so we're just
and I really can't.
We're just making arguments right now. Yeah,
I'm really liking these arguments.
And I did not say anything bad about We Own the Night, because there literally is nothing bad.
There's really bad, and I'm not gonna say anything bad about Stroke God because I only have good things to say about it.
Yeah, there's literally nothing bad about either of these songs. Well, these songs are two of the most well-crafted songs in existence, in my opinion. But let us move on to Stroke God Millionaire. Brennan, the floor is yours.
Honestly, the first time I ever heard this album, I thought that Stroke God would be the better album opener. I mean, like, obviously, I've grown up and actually, like, got taste, so I don't believe that anymore. But how the song opens, it's, like, soft, but, like, you kind of, like, you hear the guitar work, like, building up. It's, like, building up, and all of a sudden, boom, like, John Mess just fucking takes over. He hits you with the crazy lyrics. The guitar work in the background's off the fucking heezy. And you're just like, oh my, it's like totally the opposite of We Own the Night. Like, you're strapped in. Like, you're on, like, the Incredible Hulk coaster at fucking, like, Universal Studios. Like, the thing's taking off right away. And, like, you top that hill, all of a sudden, Tillian comes in with, like, it's like the Cuddler level, like the Cuddler, but, like, better of a chorus. Like, it just hits you, it's catchy. It tells you, like, oh my God, like, it's like, it hits you with, like, an insecurity, but, like, how it's, like, I mean, like, the lyrics are kind of insecure, but, like, how he sings it, it's just like, oh my God, like, this is, like, music to my ears.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Like, it's just, like, the chorus is just so fucking, like, and then he's questioning himself, and then, like, boom, John Mess pulls you right the fuck back down. Like, the guitar work goes back off the heezy again, he's fucking screaming along, more crazy shit, like, we all came here to stuff app, like, I came here to show you my sack, like all sorts of like dumb shit. You know? Like it's like so quintessential DGD. Like, this is everything I want from a dance. This is everything I want from a song. Period.
Right.
Okay. Next chorus hits. The same deal. Fucking just so much catchiness. Tillian's like fucking. Oh my God. He's just the range of him. Like how he presents it. Like it's just everything. Now, my personal favorite part of the song is what comes after the second chorus. It's like
the fucking bridge, baby.
Oh my Jesus!
Oh,
okay,
it's so good.
All of a sudden,
love that bridge. Yeah.
So, Will Swan hits you with the because he's been like feeding you that like throughout the song.
Right.
Okay, like he's always like gives you like a sample. It's like Costco samples. He's just giving it to you, and you're like, oh my God, I love this so much. When can I fucking get it? And then like the second chorus plays, and they're like, oh shit, have it now, and it just fucking hits it, and fucking John Mess is just like he's just like screaming while this is like going on, and it's just like so fucking slappy. Like oh my, like I'm just like my goosebumps are off the rails right now. It's just. It's so fucking slappy, so hard. Like, everything about it's just like, oh, it's like, just fucking tears me up. And then, after, okay, the Costco samples, they give you the full platter, and then boom, they hit you with dessert. And it's just, okay, so, I don't know shit about music. But the bass, like, it's just going between two, it's like, it's just like going, like, between, like, those two. I mean, I obviously fucking missed that note or whatever. But it's just hitting that, and Tillian's just singing to you, and it's like, it's kind of like how like On the Run was, because like On the Run seemed like a big like apology song, but like Stroke God, it's just like, oh my gosh, baby, like, you know, just let me fucking take your clothes off, let me blow your mind, and it's just like that part to me, like it even surpasses the slappy part, like
Oh my! Absolutely. That is the absolute best part of the fucking track, dude.
To me, it's the absolute. And this is my opinion, obviously, but like to me, that's the best part of like DGD because it's just, like the slappy part, and then like it goes into that, and it's just like, oh my gosh, like if I was a chick,
can't even argue with that. Like,
it's
right.
like if I was a chick, like Tillian would be in me right now. Like, oh my god.
And like the fucking drum beat in the background of that whole Tillian section is just so fucking cool. Like,
yes,
it's one of my favorite drum beats that they have in like all of DGD. It's just so fun, and it matches it so perfectly. It's just so fucking good. Oh, I love it.
Oh my! It's just it hits you with that. Like I'm just like I said, that part where it's like I said, the bass just going between two notes, and then you hear like Will Swan and company. They're not even shredding, but it's just so like fucking complimentary to Tillian, and it's just like oh, like you said, like the drums, like the drums could not be better written for any song ever. Like it's just just hits it right on like the nails right on the head, dude. And then after that, like it stops. It slows down. All you hear is just like the guitar work in the background while Tillian's like, taking you away. It builds up. Like it just like it literally just sails into the next chorus, and all of a sudden like you hear like the two claps, like the two like snare hits or whatever, and then boom, right back into the final chorus. Oh my gosh, Tillian just like he's like it's like a massage, you're getting like a blowjob at the end of it. It's just like the perfect fucking ending, dude. Like, oh my gosh. And then it's just like the harmony like at the end, like whenever he's like, saying like what, like, is there a God or whatever? Oh, fuck, dude. That, like, to me, Stroke God Millionaire. Like, if you just, okay, like, let's say DGD never existed. Okay. And someone handed me a fucking old school MP3 player, and it just had Stroke God Millionaire on it, and they're like, dude, fucking play this. Like, I would be so fucking mind blown. Like, it would literally be everything I've ever asked for in a tune. And that's why, to me, I think it's number one.
Yeah, and I agree with literally everything you said. And I don't even have anything else to say because you hit it all on the head. And I kind of threw my 2 cents in there for the part I really cared about. So, yeah.
Now, okay. We Own the Night literally has the best transition. Like, going from one song to like a completely different song I've ever heard.
For sure.
Okay. And that's probably what makes it so popular. Because like at the beginning, like it's soft, it's like kind of euphoric, like you're just kind of like going through the motions, and then like John Mess is like, screaming while Tillian's just hitting crazy notes behind him while they're like in unison. And then it's just like, fucking John Mess like screams, it's like boom, it's just like, whoa, like where are we going now? Like, holy, like, dude, we just left the fucking train tracks. I don't know where the fuck we're going now. That's like, and that's why like I deeply respect We Own the Night, and it's like this is honestly like 1A and 1B for me.
Same,
because it's like it's like what one song doesn't have, like the other one has. Like We Own the Night has the epic transition, while like Stroke God Millionaire literally has like everything I want. And It has like just the excellent just like bridge where it's just like some slappy fucking taps that Will Swan's doing, and like John Mess just fucking giving it to you, and then like bam, then it's just like fucking like Tillian just singing like, and I just feel like women's panties just falling to the floor like while he's doing his thing, and it's just like, god damn.
But Kyle, you're gonna have to make your decision.
Yeah. So before I make my decision, I will say that like I 100% agree with both of your statements for both sides. Like they're both fucking incredible songs. I would 100% feel the 1A 1B feel. Like it is that close that like they both deserve the number one spot. And I'm like sitting here like listening to your arguments, trying to find reasons why one might be better than the other. And it's really difficult.
Right.
I think that from an objective standpoint, like looking at the two songs and seeing what there is in its entirety, as well as what it is for DGD as a whole, like what song really is the DGD song? Because like in my mind, these are the two, right? haven't made a decision yet. Because I go to say one and then I go, I don't know.
Damn. It's
a tough decision, man. It's a tough decision.
I think that I'm gonna go with my gut. And in this moment, because there is one that I'm like, I think this is it. I think I'm gonna give it to Stroke God.
I'm fine. I'm 100,000% fine with that.
Honestly, if you like either way you would have went, I'd have been like, dude, I fucking respect that.
And it hurts so much to say it, like, because We Own the Night is that close to it. But I think as a full piece of music, like the full package that Stroke God brings is just so perfectly well-rounded. Not that We Own the Night isn't, but something that stands out to me in Stroke God more so than in We Own the Night actually is some of the John Mess lyrics. Like I feel like the John Mess lyrics in Stroke God stick with me more than We Own the Night do.
For sure, yeah. And
like, not that they aren't good in We Own the Night. I love the We Own the Night, the ones I still fucking scream them. But like every fucking time we're like, I'm awkward, I'm chipper, I'm random, dude. We all just fucking like fall over ourselves when we do it whenever we're together. Like in We Own the Night, I'm like feeling it too, but like not like that feeling that I get from those John Mess lyrics over the We Own the Night ones. I think is what is pushing me over the edge just slightly. But damn, is it close?
Yeah, and that's honestly like a really respectable reason to like make that decision. Because like you're right, whenever we listen to these songs together, like we all like We Own the Night and we'll like jam to it. But whenever Stroke God comes on, we lose our fucking minds. Like we're singing all the fucking lyrics. We're like throwing down. Oh man, yeah, I totally agree with putting Stroke God above We Own the Night.
I think that's gonna be it. I think there it is. I think.
Hell yeah, man. Yes, we did it. We made it through the hardest one.
Whew.
And without too many headaches this time. I feel like this one was a little less violent than the previous one was.
Yeah,
I purposely tried to not have as much stake in the game on this one because I was like, I know these guys are pretty fucking emotional about these songs. Like they're it's pretty close to home. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
And I was just like, I'm gonna go in full objective, see what they say, and you know, you guys disagreed with some of the things I said, and that's okay. I like the arguments you guys gave back. And at the end of the day, literally every song other than the top two, I could have seen anywhere. Like if I'm being completely honest with you, like I had absolutely no clue coming in what you guys were going to say, other than that Stroke God and We Own the Night were gonna be the top two. I was like, I'm prepared for whatever you throw at me. So I'm happy with it. I think we made a good list. I think this is it.
I think we made a good list too.
I remember. I think Tyler asked me this, but like, if I were on an island and I can only bring one album, and for me, this is it. Like even after Mothership, Artifice Selection, Afterburner, like Instant Gratification is still my favorite. And I'm gonna die. I'm gonna pull the pin on that grenade.
I am too. I know that like when you know, the last couple albums came out, I was like, I think that, you know, Artificial Selection is like objectively a better album. But like I think that you know, Afterburner is objectively a better album. And I still kind of think that. But Instant Gratification will always hold a special place in my heart. And especially upon re-listening to it today, my mind has not changed on that. I think this will just forever and always be my favorite album of all time. It's so good. There's no bad songs on it. Like, I just have so much personal attachment to it. Like, it's just such a good fucking album.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
Tyler.
Fuck yes.
All right.
Well, I guess
we will do a quick little recap here before we close things out. So, taking the bottom spot at number 12 was Variation. Number 11 was Legend. Number 10 is Lost. Number 9, The Cuddler. Number 8, Death of a Strawberry. Number 7, Eagle vs. Crows. Number 6, Something New. Number 5, Awkward. Number 4, Shark Dad. Number 3, On the Run. Number 2, we own the night. And number 1, Stroke God Millionaire.
Yes.
And boys, we have done it. That brings us to the end of another album review. And gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. I've really enjoyed doing these. I can't wait to do the next one. Obviously, the next one is going to be Acceptance Speech 2.0. Fuck original Acceptance Speech. We have 2.0 now. That's the version we're going to be reviewing. Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening to another one of our DGD song album ranking things. It's been a blast. We hope that you enjoyed this one. And if you did, please give it a like to let us know that you liked it. And also comment below and just let us know what your personal rankings are, because we always love checking those out. We love hearing your opinions on stuff because music is subjective and everyone has different opinions, and it's why we do what we do. If you want to see more content like this, or just more content with our amazing voices and personalities, why don't you go on over to the Talks A Lot Boys and hit that subscribe button, and then you'll get notified whenever we release new content. You'll find out when we drop the next DGD review. You can maybe hear us talk about some other things and some other videos that we do if you care. That'd be cool. Yeah, I guess that's it. So, Kyle, I'm gonna let you leave everybody with just a little morsel of information. Anything you want to throw out there, just hit them with it.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Give me a sec. I'll think of something.
Brennan, why don't you hit us with some with a last thought of the day?
Well, everybody knowing the craziness that 2020 has brought us so far. First, like World War III. Next thing you know, we got coronavirus. Next thing you know, we got more coronavirus. Of course, a bunch of other shit's going on that I don't really care to mention. But at the end of the day, we all have each other. We're happy that a bunch of people have listened to us so far. Of course, we know that our DGD power rankings seem to be the most popular thing that we put out, and we're grateful for that. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, fucking thank you. But please make sure to check out a bunch of our other content. We're not just a DGD shill account. And yeah, we got a ton of other cool topics we talk about, and hopefully we get to see some more viewers on those. And if you like it, please subscribe, please like. If you dislike it, if you disapprove of this list, A, you're wrong, and B, give us your own opinion of things. And of course, we will tell you why you're wrong, as we just did with this, power ranking. And other than that, I just hope everybody takes care, stay safe, and we'll get through it.
Well, that was a lot more sentimental than I was expecting. I thought it was going to be like a fart joke or something. But we've been the Talks A Lot Boys, and we'll talk a whole lot more next time. See you later, guys.
Bye.